These are almost all the Ferraris in Forza Horizon 5. And as you can see, there's a lot of them. So today we are going to be diving into the 5 rarest Ferraris you can get your hands on or can't in Forza Horizon 5. So play along, see how many you have, because some of the ones on this list are next to impossible to get. But kicking things off with my favorite Ferrari, it's the Ferrari SF90. Now, it's not necessarily our rarest Ferrari on the list today, as there are more Ferraris that are lesser known than this. I would say this is probably the most sought after Ferrari in the game because it's the newest and definitely looks the cleanest. But that being said, it's released a couple of times on the in the event show. So as long as you did the seasonal events, you were able to get your hands on it. But that being said, it still remains rare. You cannot get your hands on this car because everyone that has one doesn't want to part ways with it, even when it's worth as much as 20 million credits. So let me know, is this one of the ones you're still looking for, or were you lucky enough to get it for free? But moving on to the next, we have the Ferrari F8 Tributo. And this Ferrari, if I'm being honest, looks like about a dozen other Ferraris, including the SF90 or the 488. There's nothing a whole lot special about it. It's kind of fast, but not as fast as the SF90. And its tuning options are all right, but other than that, it's just an average Ferrari that most people forget it's in the game. Now, if you were to look for this car on the auction house, it wouldn't set you back very much money, and you'd probably be able to find it very quickly. And by very quickly, I mean in 10 minutes or less, likely. Yesterday, when I was looking for it, it took me 5 minutes and one popped up. So in my opinion, definitely one of the least rare cars on today's list, but if you're looking to collect them all, this one needs to be in your collection. Now, next up is our third lookalike on today's list, but don't worry, after this, they start looking quite different, and it's the 458 Italia. Now, same thing as the last one, nothing as special, but it has released significantly fewer times, so far less people are gonna have their hands on this car. Does it do anything special? No, not even in the slightest. It's got pretty cool exhaust, but since it looks like all the Ferraris and it's released not that many times, there's not a lot floating around. So if I had to guess, this would be one of the hardest ones for you to get your hands on our list today. But there's also a chance you already got your hands on it, because I don't think it was a super hard event car to get. I think it was only 20 seasonal points to get, which you might even have gotten through playing passively. So check your garage, you might have this hidden gem in there. But let's move on to the second last car on our list today. And second last, we have the 512 TR. This car has been rare for a very long time. It released initially in Ferrari month, I believe, and it may have released one time since then. I'm not entirely sure, but I really don't think it did. Now, does it look a little bit like a boat from the back? Yep, absolutely it does. But in my opinion, absolutely still worth getting. Definitely the second rarest Ferrari on our list today, and it's gonna take you some time to find it. If you find it in anything under 30 minutes, you are lucky. I am very fortunate. I got this about a year ago, and back then it took me 45 minutes to get. So I can't imagine that time's gotten any shorter. But that being said, also, since it's been so long since this car released, if I had to imagine, it's coming out soon. So if you really want it, you could just wait and probably get your hands on it very easily. And last up, my favorite car on today's list. I wish it was the other version, but it's the 599 GTO. And what I mean by the other version is I wish it was the 599 XX Evolution, which, if you didn't play Horizon 4, was not only the rarest car and hardest to get car in that game, but it was the fastest car in that game with a glitch that allowed it to go over 325 miles per hour. And they never fixed it. So that car had a very special place in my heart. It was the first car I ever saved up for in any Forza game ever. And when I say saved up, I needed the full 20 million if I wanted to get my hands on it. Now, this thing's not nearly as special as that, but it is as rare, or almost as rare, strictly because it's been a long time since this car released. And it looks like a car, the 599XX Evolution, that you can get from the car pass. So some people might think they have this car, but I'd be willing to bet at least 99% of you watching don't have it. But as always, you're welcome to prove me wrong down below in the comments, and let me know which car brand I should do next. We've now dove into Ferrari and Lamborghini, and if you don't want me to cover a rare car brand, I could cover a rare car class like supercar or hypercars. So let me know down below what you want to see, but as always, we'll see you boys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.